Hey guys, the Sports Entertainer here, back with some more wrestling news. Join us as the Sports Entertainer looks at all the breaking wrestling news and rumors you need to know, including the real reason Roman Reigns returned on Raw last night, Bayley buried on Raw, is she done with WWE, Seth Rollins says Becky Lynch is preparing for WWE return, and much more. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you never miss out on an episode. First up, the internal WWE reaction to Bianca Belair's and Naomi's SmackDown segment. Now, there's no doubt that many wrestling fans have heavily praised the segment done on SmackDown this past Friday between Naomi and Bianca Belair, with most feeling as though this was a truly real-seeming promo where Naomi admitted to being Jade Cargill's attacker, and both women certainly deserve a ton of credit for acting their hearts out there. And one source, eWrestlingNews.com, has shared the backstage reaction in WWE to this emotional SmackDown segment between Naomi and Bianca Belair, revealing during her segment with Bianca Belair last week on SmackDown, Naomi confessed to attacking Jade Cargill. Fightful Select is reporting that the segment got rave reviews backstage, receiving heavy praise. The segment was written by Iohannis Philippides and produced by TJ Wilson. One WWE staff member commented that it felt like the first time Naomi had the opportunity to participate in a segment with substance, where she truly excelled. Belair also earned praise for her performance, as did Cargill. The writing, production, and camera work all received heavy praise. One employee privately shared their admiration for the camera work when Cargill made her entrance. Several others also held the segment in high regard. And finally, it was noted that there were no issues with Cargill this week, amid previous reports that she had backstage heat. No doubt all this praise was deserved for Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill, and we're truly excited to see where this storyline goes next, as there are certainly some more swerves ahead. Next up, Seth Rollins says Becky Lynch is preparing for WWE return. There's been a big debate among fans recently regarding Becky Lynch's status with WWE, with some fans speculating that the former multi-time women's champion would be returning to WWE soon, whether before or shortly after WrestleMania 41, whereas others have been speculating that Becky has retired from wrestling and isn't going to be coming back. Well, during a recent interview with WFAN, Seth Rollins shared some news regarding Becky's status, and clearly she isn't done in the squared circle whatsoever, with Seth revealing, "She took a few months off, she did some television and film projects. She's gearing up to get ready to come back. Don't know when that is going to happen just yet, but she is active. She is not retired, she has not mentioned anything about retirement. There are future plans for her in professional wrestling." It's good news to hear that Becky Lynch will be coming back to the ring at some point, and like we had mentioned previously, we wouldn't be at all surprised if she's back in time for WrestleMania 41 to potentially get involved with the chaotic women's world title scene on Raw, heading into the Showcase of The Immortals. Next up, Seth Rollins on Travis Scott slapping Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber 2025. Now, during this recent interview with WFAN, former world champion Seth Rollins also notably addressed Travis Scott slapping Cody Rhodes at the Elimination Chamber event last weekend, and clearly Rollins feels Cody is frustrated with what transpired with Travis Scott, revealing, "I have mercy on Travis Scott. That is not a man that needs to be in a wrestling ring with these giant humans. No offense to him, but he's a cruiserweight brother. He can wrestle Rey Mysterio maybe. He doesn't know what he's doing in there. He just whacked him in the side of the head, gave him a big old bruise, busted him open, just awful. If Cody gets his hands on him, it's done and dusted. Cody isn't like Braun Strowman or Andre the Giant. He's not a massive guy, but he dwarfs Travis Scott. If he can get through Travis's team of people, it's game over for him. Cody is a very nice guy. I won't speak on his behalf, but he has an undercurrent of frustration in there, especially when he gets taken advantage of in a situation like that, absolutely. No doubt a lot of fans, as well as many within the wrestling industry, are looking forward to Travis getting the receipt he deserves from Cody for his actions at Elimination Chamber, and hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. Next up, the real reason Roman Reigns returned on Raw last night. Now, after well over a month of being absent from WWE, the OTC Roman Reigns re-emerged in a massive way last night on Raw to disrupt and interfere in the steel cage match between Seth Rollins and CM Punk to close out the show. Now, when it comes to that steel cage match between Rollins and Punk, it was amazing as long as it lasted, and while we were robbed of a clean ending, no doubt it was worth it, because we got the highly anticipated return of Roman Reigns, who actually helped Seth Rollins get the win as he pulled Rollins out of the cage, resulting in Seth's victory before absolutely decimating him at ringside. Roman Reigns absolutely laid out both Seth Rollins and CM Punk in his chaotic return, and many wrestling fans are now asking the question, well, why did Roman Reigns return on Raw and look to take out Seth Rollins and CM Punk? Well, the answer to that question is pretty simple. We're gearing up for a triple threat match between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 41 this April. The seed was already planted for this rivalry between the three stars at the 2025 Royal Rumble, and while there has been a lot of speculation recently regarding what Roman would be doing come WrestleMania, and whether he would even be on the card or not, the plan was undoubtedly always to have Reigns return and seek revenge against Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Considering these three major stars aren't involved with a world title heading into WrestleMania, this triple threat is honestly the biggest match that they could have at the Showcase of the Immortals this year, and we're certainly excited for it with the emphatic way the storyline kickstarted on Raw last night. Let us know your thoughts on Roman Reigns' surprise return on Raw last night, and do you look forward to the inevitable triple threat match come WrestleMania 41? And finally, Bayley buried on Raw, is she done with WWE? Now, while most wrestling fans are still buzzing about the OTC Roman Reigns' return on Raw last night, arguably a bigger talking point coming out of the show is in regards to Bayley's status with the company. To say that things haven't been going very well for Bayley in WWE would be a massive understatement. Bayley has been on quite the losing streak lately, and things honestly reached the lowest point on Monday Night Raw yesterday, as Bayley ended up losing to Raquel Rodriguez in the #1 contenders match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now, obviously, Raquel had some assistance from Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio, but still, to see how far Bayley has fallen down the card has surprised a lot of fans, and some are now worried about Bayley's status with WWE, and rightfully so. The match against Raquel essentially drew no reaction from the fans in attendance at Raw last night. The crowd was completely radio silent, and Bayley was basically jobbed out to Raquel, of all people who truly has no momentum on her side whatsoever. Now, from what we've gathered, Bayley isn't done with WWE, and she doesn't have plans on leaving the company anytime soon, but her booking is honestly a massive concern. The way Bayley has been booked recently could lead fans to believe that she has some kind of heat backstage, or isn't in the good graces with Triple H and upper WWE management. Now, we hope that isn't the case, but something needs to change with Bayley soon, whether it's a character change or just the way she's being booked, as there's absolutely no reason for Bayley to be jobbing out to the likes of Raquel Rodriguez. It's not as if Bayley's on her way out of WWE or planning to retire anytime soon, so truly baffling to say the least. Well, guys, that's it for today's major wrestling news. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you'll never miss out on an episode. Finally, if you haven't already, give us a follow on Twitter at TSE Wrestling, and we will see you guys in the next video.